Hello everybody. On today's video we're gonna be talking about the resto Druid. We're gonna be making the resto Druid guide that you guys have been asking for a long time as well. And yeah, what I gotta say is like in resto Druid, if I had to make a healer list, Resto will be the second best healer right now. He has a lot of CC, decent damage with the Moonfire spec, insane mobility, not the best defensive cooldowns, but you know, that gets compensated with the insane healing it does. And yeah, it's just really good. He's like an evoker, but you know, a bit less OP, I would say. But yeah, let's start talking about it, boys. I don't want this video to take 20 billion hours because I'm hungry as fuck, I gotta be honest. Okay, base races for Resto Druid. I think Night Elf is the only one that is good. Obviously, you have Tauren for the Wardstorm into clone, Tauren for the HP as well. But for solo shuffle, I think both are really good. Because in solo shuffle, you cannot drink, so the melt drink playstyle doesn't work because you cannot drink in solo shuffle. But for normal rare arena, Night Elf is the best. But for 2v2, 3v3 arena, I mean, but what did I say? For solo shuffle, you can play both. I think Night Elf is better because you can use melt, then rake stun. It's good to have an extra stun. Otherwise, you can use, play Tauren. You're more tanky because you have more HP and you have Wardstorm. For solo shuffle, it doesn't matter. Both are good. Night Elf is a little bit better, I would say, but yeah. But for 2v2, 3v3 arena, or even RPG, Night Elf is so broken because you can melt drink, drop combat instantly, and drink, so yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Talents. So 2 days ago I only had like 3 builds, but after playing a lot of war games the last few days, I even got even more. And especially this one. I've been playing this build today on the war games and this build yesterday as well, and I'm telling you, these 2 talents here are omega broken together. So playing Broccoli, I call Incarnation of the 3 life, 3 of life, or whatever, Broccoli, with the Broccoli scenarios guidance thingy. So basically, with this, you pop Broccoli. Okay, it's a 30-second duration, as you can see, and every 5 seconds, you're gonna get a free regrowth pro look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. Then you get another one in a second as well, And you can reduce it. You can reduce the Broccoli that is 3-minute cooldown. You can reduce it by just let me read it. It's reduced by 2 seconds when your life loom blooms, and with the double life loom, with double life loom plus this, because your heals have a chance to proc your bloom, it's just procking a lot, so it reduces the cooldown so fast. So for example, your 3 is 3-minute cooldown, but it has a 30-second uptime, so it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds CD. Kinda, with no uptime. So the best game that I got yesterday, my 3 was back in 1 minute and 40 seconds after I used it. So in theory, I got it 1 minute and how much it was? 1 minute and 10 seconds after it ended the duration. So it's really broken. It's really broken. You have 2 blind blooms up, with the hots up on your teammates. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna be linking all these builds on the description, so don't worry. Yeah, I like to play this. Obviously, I was playing this one, Spirit Blossoms, because if you play with classes that don't move too much, you can just put the fluorescence up, and the buff that it gives you, it gives you more mastery. It procs mastery because it's an extra hot. Losing overgrowth feels like a bit bad, but you're kind of experienced on Druid and people are stuck and are not moving that much. Especially on solo shuffle, on fast games, it's really fucking insane. Like, I'm gonna show you the last game I did. Look, a fluorescence healing, it was this healing, okay? Let me show you another game, maybe. This one is not that real. This one. Look, 9.1% of my healing plus 4% of my healing does basically my top 2 healing, okay? And it gives me mastery, so it buffs all my other heals. So it's kinda insane HPS-wise to play Spirit Blossoms. But you lose overgrowth, so you need to be careful. And you need to make sure you have all your hots up all the time. Okay, so this build is insane here. Play normal stuff, play this. I don't play Boomy on this build. Because, I think this one is too overrated, you know, like 5% more yards or 6% more yards for 2 points plus this 3 is just too much. I don't think it's worth. Lycaras are recommended on every single build you play. 6% more haste on normal form and 6% more Versa on bear form is just too broken to not pick this. I recommend it all the time, like, because the more haste you get here, the less haste you need to pick on your normal gear. That means the more mastery you can pick. That means the more healing you do, you know. So this Lycaras is always a need. Okay, then here you can swap between roar or master depending if you face pet classes or not, you know, or vortex depending, you know. Okay, that's one build. I have one that is called stats because of Lycaras. Single target ST, single target Y. Okay, I think it bug out. Yeah, it bug out. Let me remake it, sorry. There you go. This is the one, the stat single target. That is basically playing with Invigorate. I made this build before I tried the Broccoli one, and I really think Broccoli one could be better, but this one is good too as well. Even into, you know, Invigorate is good, but you need to, like, I want to explain you how to use it. So use basically the best way to use it. Let's say I'm 20%, okay? Let me drop HP so you understand how to use it without dying, of course. So have very hold up, you know? Okay. Sorry. So basically what you want to do is just when the guy is low and he has every hold up, you press Invigorate. And when the HOTS are about to fall, you just press Swiftman to not lose the HOTS, you know? Let me see if I can show you without dying, or I'm just a fucking ape. And not die again, let's see. Let's see if I die again, sorry. I try to not die. I will try my best. Okay, now I proc the frenzy, I'm such an ape. So you basically want to do this, wait. So, you know the HOTS are falling, I press Invigorate. They want to fall soon, so I press Swiftman. That's how you want to use Invigorate, you know? That's the best way of using it. Yeah. I don't know. Invigorate is insane. The problem is, I don't know. After I found out this Broccoli build, it feels too good, you know? Of course, if I face a sub-rogue, I will play Invigorate. And that's why I have this one that I call Sub-Rogue Scam. I don't know if you type it like that, but fuck it, you know? That is this one. It's basically, I play 3 points on here. 6% less physical damage into rogues is OP. Obviously, I play this one. I use the same, but instead of playing here, I play 3 here. And instead of playing clone into sub-rogue, I just play 3 here. You know, I just play full AFK mode to do nothing and trying to survive. 6% less damage here, you know. And here you can swap between this one and this one. It's not big of a deal, you know. You can just do like this instead. It's good. More mana region, whatever. And yeah. It's just the same, but basically with this. No clone, so you don't get baited and try to clone and then you get kicked and then you lose and you die in a stun because you're gonna skin. Zero risk gameplay into Sub-Rogue because Sub-Rogue completely counters resto Druid, so you need to be, you know, as much tank as you can. Into Sub-Rogue, I like to play Invigorate because sometimes they just skin someone and pump the target with no CC on you, and you're like, okay, I don't have an S. If I cast, I can get kicked. Then you have every hold up, and maybe it's not enough, so you press Invigorate, you know? And you can top him with that. So that's why I kind of like it into Sub-Rogues. Then we go the BG one. It's just basically swapping the Bloom talents and putting these 2 here, these 3, and putting Flurries. Don't need to show it. And the booming one, I can show you the split one. This one I used to play it a lot too. That is basically, instead of playing these 2 here, I play these 2 here. Play more swarm, you know, 60% chance to like split into swarms instantly jumps. This is really good when you're playing like combos that you stack. And, you know, and you have more swarm uptime. That is basically more healing. And this one is really nice as well. But as I tell you, once I found out the Broccoli build, I don't know. The other builds is just like, doesn't feel that good, but I wanna show it anyway. You know, I show you the talents anyway. I play the same thing here as before. You could play, instead of this one, you can play Renewal. I don't know. You wanna have one more extra button. This one is really good. Renewal is insane. It's the go you. But yeah, yeah, and I think the other ones are just you know, I have this build whenever I face mages, you know, to like be in boomy form. And so you can, because in boomy form, you can use this spell, the polymorph, you know? You can press this spell while not dropping boomy form. Let me see if I remember my boomy keybind. I don't know if I remember it at all. No, imagine that I don't even have it binded, I think. No, I don't even have it binded on this form. So as you can see, I can press this spell on boomy form. So that's why I call it, I use it into mages, but you know, sometimes it's not even worth to spend like 3 points here, you know. If I had to pick a solo shuffle build, I will probably go for this one, for the broccoli one, because the games are not gonna be long. And you should pop broccoli instant, almost hot everyone, and you will get the second one in 1 minute or 1 minute and a half. Insane. Play the Moonfire used to do some extra damage. I don't think it's worth going to pick 2 here. I really don't think so. Worst case, to get these 2, let's say you're not gonna clone, you can replace this, replace that, and boom, boom, get more damage in case you don't wanna play the Cyclone, and wanna get more damage for Star Surge. But yeah, I don't like it that much. Anyway, let's move on. That was the talents, I believe. Best stats. Been asked a lot about this. About the stats. I hate that the title gets removed all the time. About the stats, that's the good thing about Lycaras, you know. It's just insane. That's why I like to play it every single time. I think it's just too broken to not play it. So the more haste you have, the better. I mean, the more... so you pick this talent, you have 6% more haste, so the less haste you need to put on your items. That means the more master you can pick. Because on Druid, Bears are obviously the best, but Mastery and Haste are both equally good on Druid, you know what I mean? But maybe Mastery is a little bit better now because of this. So Life Loom counts 3 stacks of your Mastery, you know what I mean? So Mastery is just better, just because of it, a little bit better, in my opinion. And so I just recommend you, if like right now I have a lot of haste. I have 17% haste with no PvP combat. If I get PvP on, let me attack a PvP dummy. I have 23% almost. I actually think this is overkill. I really think you should play like 20% haste max. With 20% is enough. And then rest just go to mastery. The more master you get, the better. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think that's all. Try to get maximum 20% haste in PvP combat with Lycaras on, because if I swap form right now, I lose the haste. You know, if I go to normal form, I get the haste. So yeah. Healing rotation in PvP. Okay, so on Druid there is 20 billion things you can do to heal. Basically, need to remember that you're playing every time you're playing double life loom with photosynthesis, okay? So you guys need to understand the talents. Undergrowth, basically what it makes is that you can have 2 life looms on different targets. 1 life loom on yourself, or you can have life looms, 2 life looms up, you know? So I can have life loom on this guy, bloom on this guy too, or I can have it on myself and on this guy, you know? Make sure you always have them up. Always have 2 life looms up, no matter what. It is really important. And then with photosynthesis, you have 2 effects, okay? You have life loom on yourself. All the healing you do is gonna do, all the hots are gonna take 20% faster. What does that mean? Let's say they're killing this DK, okay? Let's say they're killing this DK, and I have every hot up, you know, even Swarm. I put Cenarion, I extend everything, okay? So if I want this to do more healing, the effect from photosynthesis, I need to switch life loom myself, okay? So now that I have life loom on myself, these hots are taking 20% faster. But if I swap it, they do 20%, they do normal healing, you know? But if I put it on myself again, obviously I got to remove him because I swap it twice, but you know what I mean? It takes 20% faster, so that's insanely OP. But you only do this when it's like single target. It's a combo that only hits 1 guy, okay? You only do this when you need to heal only 1 guy. you need to hit two players. Let's say these two, okay? You need to heal these two players. You cannot, like, sometimes you can use lifeline yourself, put every hot here, and then you can do Ryu. You can do this too, okay? Like, two Ryu with Scenarion, you know? But I recommend you can do this sometimes, but sometimes you don't want to be enough healing. So what I recommend is, like, to don't even put lifeline on yourself, and put triple lifeline here, triple lifeline here, and whoever you think is the more squishy or has less cooldowns, you put Scenarion on him. And then swarm, or you can look, for example, you can just swarm one guy with the triple blooms, and then, you know, like Scenario ward the other guy. So this guy had the Scenario the swarm, so I can use Scenario ward this guy to compensate more healing, you know. Okay, so that's basically how you're supposed to heal as a druid. The more hots you have on, the more healing you do, because that's how mastery work. And what you guys need to abuse a lot on Druid is this talent. Rampant Growth, okay? Regrowth healing over time is increased by 50%. That means the hot from regrowth is gonna heal 50% more. That's a lot. Especially with the mastery, it's gonna be way more. And it also applies to the target of your lifeline. What does this mean? So, I have lifeline here, I have lifeline here. If I regrowth myself, both of them get regrowth buff. Do you see? They get the hot. Do it again. They get it again, as you can see. Do you see? You guys need to abuse this a lot, because this is insane HPS. And with two life looms up all the time on your allies, you will you will get more clear casting procs as well, because this is two life looms instead of one, you know. So just make sure to have it, and every time you have a free regrowth, even if they're full HP, you throw it on yourself or on him, and then both will get the regrowth. And that's insane HPS. And all because this talent, and obviously this one helps a lot too. With this too. Like, it's insane HPS. As well, need to understand how Bonding Leaves works, because it's really important that you don't let your lifeline fall, okay? So the more time your lifeline fall, the more time your bloom is up, the more that it heals to a maximum of 90%. In Arena, I believe it's 63. They nerfed it to 63% max. So, obviously the first 6 of lifeline I don't want to heal much, but the last ones I want to heal they don't want to heal so much. So it's really important that you don't let them fall. Really important. Okay, like, it's super important. And as well, also increase lifeline final bloom amount by 15%. That 15%, I think, is 10 in Arena right now. It affects this one. So, what this means on the lifeline procs, so when you have lifeline on two guys, you have lifeline here, lifeline there, okay, and two allies, all the hots you have, each hot have a 4% chance to bloom. You know, when a lifeline blooms is when it gets reapplied like I do, when it's about to fall, or when it expires or get pushed. That's when it blooms. But with this talent, it has a 4% chance to bloom. Do you guys hear the sound? Look, wait, let me put blooms again. And you guys will hear the sound when it blooms. If it blooms. I'm getting lucky, Renji, now. Poggers. Look, do you guys hear that sound? That's the sound. Let me put more hots. Do you guys hear it there? That's that life bloom, that bloom. Did you guys hear how many blooms procs? And that's 4% chance per hot. Another one, you hear it again. So that's the bloom procs, and that's increased by 10% from this in Arena, I believe it is. So yes, this heals a lot, by the way. In case you guys don't know, look at the healing from it, okay? So this sound you was hearing is this healing. Is the bloom. It's when it blooms, that is basically when it falls and you reapply it, or when they purge it, or when it procs from the talent. So it's really important that you have every hot up. You don't have mana problems, especially in shuffle, because you probably the game's probably gonna end faster than than before you go home, normally. So this is the life bloom healing from both life blooms, and this is the bloom one from the talent, by the way. So look at the healing. It's just insanely high. It's just too broken. It does so much healing. So that's why it's important to, like, you know, have double life loom up plus hots up, you know, like it's really important that you don't forget and don't space out to like have your hots up, because Druid hots are really strong on this expansion, okay? About healing rotation, I don't know if we forgot anything. Obviously, let's say you have every hot up. I recommend you to extend when you have swarm up, because you extend the swarm as well. And basically that's just a 20 seconds swarm. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something right now. Let me get some distance. So let's say I'm holding this guy. This guy's low HP. He has 3 hots, you know. And you want a scenario and then extend all the hots. What I recommend you is like, okay, the guy's running away now. Is just to swarm. It has flight time. Scenario, whenever it lands, and the procket, boom, extend, and he has every hot. And this is the maximum HPS you can do. Obviously, you can NS now and top him, but that will be insane HPS. Okay? Obviously, you do with broccoli, it's gonna be even more, you know. But yeah, I don't know if I forgot anything. So make sure. Obviously, sometimes you cannot wait for your adapted swarm to like land, and then, you know, sometimes you need to swift me before because there is so much pressure, you know, going on. But yeah, you want to min-max HPS. The more adapted swarm that you have on, the better, because it basically buffs your hots 25%, and that's insane. Insane. Like, Druid is all about globals. If you do good globals, you want to do minimum 30k HPS. Druid is insane right now. Druid could be hard to... is probably one of the hardest healers to play, but it's so good. It's so good. The weakness of Druid right now is just Purges. Purges or hard swaps from a Sabruk, for example. Then you will probably die. You know, that's the only problem. Druid can die and really easy. You don't know, you don't have experience on it, and you don't position yourself good, so that's a problem. And I remember now something here that I had to put here and I forgot to put it. So forms macro. There you go. Okay. Talking about macros now. Macros on Druid. You can make macros with wild charge on your teammates, but I don't think it's worth. You should just be fast at targeting your teammates. Macros alt 1 myself, alt 2 party 1, alt 3 party 3, party 2, you know. And then I target them fast and then wild charge, you know. Macros that I use on my Druid. Let me see. Obviously I use Arena 1, 2, 3 clone. Let me find it. So you guys see it. Arena 1, Arena 2, Arena 3 Cyclone. Arena 1, Arena 2, Arena 3 Mighty Bass. For the mass root, when I swap it, I don't have a macro. I just target the guy and press root. Do I use anything else that is important? I use one that I want to talk about in a second. I'm just trying to find. Then it's all about the UI. I have a lot of macros, but they're all, you know, to make the UI look cleaner, you know. Yeah, I don't think I have any. Oh, I forgot. There is this macros, okay, for the forms. You see, it's like a normal cat form, cat form, but I have the exclamation mark here. Why do I have that? For the people that don't know, many of you probably don't know, okay. Let me try to bind my cat form, okay. Let me put it here. So, oh no, my bear form. It's just better to explain it. So let's say you're just dying, okay? You get stunned in human form or cat form, you know? Let's say in human form when they're hitting you hard. And you want to, after a stun, you're spamming bear form because you're panicking. You're spamming it, you know? And you want to bear form frenzy because you're about to die. And sometimes you spam it so fast that you leave the form again. Like this. Do you see? I left the form. And that used to happen to me again when I started playing Druid. And that's annoying. So what I recommend you is these macros. These ones. Put the exclamation mark there. So when you spam the macro, obviously not clicking it, just by pressing it, you don't go out of form. So you put exclamation mark there on the macro before the form. When you spam it, look, I have bear form here. Spam it, it doesn't cancel it on the global. That's what I mean. You know, when I'm out of a global, it will get me out, of course. You know what I mean? But when I'm here on this one without the macro, it will get me out even on the global, you know, and that's not good. Because you can die from that, and I used to die a lot from this in the beginning when I played Druid. So I recommend you guys to make 4 macros, just to like with the exclamation mark. And then I recommend you guys to have this macro too. Let me see if I can find it. What was the icon? It was blah, 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 this one. Cancel form. So like this. Cancel form like that, okay? In case you guys cannot see it, but maybe you can zoom. What does this macro do? Just basically go in a form and press it to cancel it. Go in a form, cancel it. And it's super fast, you know? And you guys wonder, why the fuck do you want to do that? Isn't it better to cancel the form? You cannot cancel the form instantly on the global if you're playing the macros that I told you, and you need this macro. So why the fuck do you want this cancel form macro? Is to remove slows, because many of you, trust me, I was one of them as well, didn't think about this. So when you're getting, let's say you're getting trained by an Asarok. Asarok, every time he punches you with the daggers, it just slows you, you know? So let's say you want to get away from an Asarok, the other doesn't have stuns, but every global is slowing you. So you're in bear form, you want to remove the slow, cancel form. You want to remove the slow, travel form. Remove the slow, cancel form. Cancel form. I mean, remove slow, remove slow, remove slow, remove slow. Every time you swap form, you remove the slow. Boom, 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 boom. You know? I remove the slow like 20 times in 10 seconds, you know? That's why it's good. So every time you swap the form, and that's the tip I was about to give you here, but I give it now, fuck it. Is just with the cancel form macro, every time you press it, you cancel the form, but you remove the slows. And that's why it's really important to have it on Druid, you know? So you can say shift as fast as you can, because you can do it as well by spamming the macro after the global, but it takes longer time. It's not that min-max. With the macro, it's just omega min-max. I want to show the macro. I will show the macro later on the video anyway. Okay, I don't have... I don't use more macros than that. Let's see. Okay, tips to survive when you're getting trained or hardswap. So on Druid, it's just... there is no much to do. It's just all about positioning. When you're getting trained as a Druid, it is really simple, okay? Let's say you're facing double melee. Into double melee, let's say it's a DK. Into double melee, unless you're super experienced, I recommend you to play roots. Unless you're playing with a class with roots, like LS Shaman or like Mage. Or I don't know if I forgot anything that has roots, you know. Probably did forget something. Or like a Feral, a Boomy, or whatever. So, when you're getting trained as a Druid, you need to make sure you don't have anything. You need to make sure you have CC at least. So when you're getting trained, obviously, you know, try to be in bear form when you're getting trained, or when you know you want to get swapped. If you don't know, then it's all about doing arenas, and whenever you get the awareness, you will get it. But people think like to get away from a situation is just by healing, you know. It can be enough sometimes, but as a Druid, you need to make sure, especially when you're getting hardswap and people are purging you. Sometimes you just, you know, they drop you to 30%, you leave the CC, you're in bear form at 30%. What is the best global? Just press root on the melees. You basically press the root on the melees. Just press it. Press the root and then run away. They remove the root, you bust the guy. After that, you start healing. But obviously sometimes you're just 10% HP. You don't have time for that because you're gonna die. So you press strength. You press strength and pray for the best. When you leave the trank, you press BM, you play BM or Hellstone, or you just press Swiftman, you have a Ryu, Overgood Swiftman, you know, whatever. But the way to avoid damage as Druid is CCing the enemies with CC. That's why you shouldn't waste your CC. For example, you face a BM Hunter or a Windwalker or a DK, whenever they're popping the pets or the images from the Windwalker, or whenever the DK is buffing its pet, that's when you need to root. Sometimes you won't be able to root because you want to get CC at the same time, but after the CC you can do it. You know what I mean? And yeah, And that's what you need to do as Druid. Obviously, when you get hard swap, make sure you have skin. Instantly press it. Trust me, don't try to be greedy. Only top players, like trust me, even the top players, even myself, die as a Druid into Subrog. If you die into a Subrog as a Druid, don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself, you know. Subrog is the biggest counter for Resto Druid. Every stand they do on you, you're just gonna die. Unless you play the build that I showed you earlier, the Subrogs come with the 3 points here that you makes you tankier. So into hard swap comes like Subrog, it's just mostly Subrogs, you know. It's all about positioning. All about positioning. If you get caught out of positioning, it's not only your fault. Maybe your team has bad positioning and force you into an open area. Then you get hard swap, then you die because of it. It's just all, you know, like a skin sometimes is gonna be enough. So it's really hard to tell you what you should be doing because let's say a rogue just swaps you, you have no odds on yourself, then you skin a full HP, and with skin and the proc, with this frenzy proc, it should be enough, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's not enough, you know what I mean? So you just need, it's all about, I recommend you, for example, watch my stream, /TV Lontar TV, or just watch other main streams, you know, to learn how they rotate cooldowns. Because on Druid is all about when you get in train, how do you manage to survive? What series do you press to survive when the rogue is popping this cooldown, and the other cooldown? Is it enough pressing skin? It's all about numbers. It's same as Resto Summon. You need to know when it's enough to press something over your whole spellbook or not pressing anything, you know? Because if I have every hot like this, okay, then I put Swiftment, boom, and I pre-perform, and they're popping every cooldown on me, I can bet you my new house that I'm gonna be making in 3 years that I'm not gonna die through all of this with skin at full HP with all these odds. I can bet you whatever you want, you know. But if you are in normal form with half of these odds and nobody's killing you, there is a high chance you can actually die through, you know. So it just depends. It's just situational. Obviously, try to don't press skin low HP because it's only 20% damage reduction. It's only 20%, you know. And yeah, obviously you can pre-bark, but what to do when the hard swaps you? Make sure you don't overlap trinket with skin. That's the best tip I can give you. Don't overlap trinket with skin. If you overlap trinket with skin, you need to play 1 minute like a pussy. You need to play 1 minute like you know, you need to play 1 minute, try to get your skin back so you can skin again, you know. That's how you play Druid. You just need to deal as much as you can and damp. You can go for offensive plays for clones, but if you are a new player, don't do that. As a new player or no experienced player, you stay in the back, do nothing, heal, try to survive, and that's all. Best cons for 2v2 Druid. Druid, I'm gonna tell you right now, is the best healer in 2v2, and the season it didn't even start. It's gonna start today on EU, tomorrow on NA. The other way around, sorry, today on NA, tomorrow on EU. But I'm telling you, Druid is gonna be the best healer in choose, not even close. Super tanky, a lot of CC, a lot of mobility, decent damage with the Moonfire. You can play other build with Starsus as well to do more damage. You have Thorns, because in 2v2 Thorns is really OP. The PvP talent, this one. You know, normally you play these talents all the time. But yeah, 2v2 is gonna be broken. What comes with the most broken melee? So probably with Survival or with Asarok, it's gonna be insane. If I had to bet, Resto Druid Asarok is gonna be disgustingly OP, or with Survival Hunter is gonna be disgustingly OP. Resto Druid Survival or Resto Druid Asarok, or Resto Druid with a melee that is OP, or with a Demo Warlock. Resto Druid Demo Warlock is probably broken as fuck. Even with SP could be good. 3v3. Druid can actually play any comp. It's like Evoker. You can play any comp, but Druid is gonna be insanely good as double caster. Like for example, Demo SP, S-play. Demo SP, Affli SP, Demo Rogue, SP, and SP Rogue, I don't know. But you know, comps that are really, you know, have a lot of offensive gameplay or defensive gameplay, you can play anything on Druid. So if I had to guess, Shadowplay is my guess, the best comp for Resto Druid. That is SP Demo Resto Druid. Or like for example, Demo Rogue or SP Rogue. What else could you play? You can play Milis too. You can play with Elemental too. Like L Demo, LSD, for example, is probably really strong too. But obviously, it's better to pick an SP than an L. It comes like that. Common mistakes, as I said before. Using skin, overlapping skin with Trinket on your go. For example, you're getting shot by a Saprock, and because you're holding your skin at you press it late when you're 50%, it's just too late because they already dropped you 50% for free because you didn't skin early. Boom, then you get a Trinket skin the same go, and then the next go you're just dead because you don't have anything, you know? That's one mistake. Other mistake, especially it's just like you're just too hype about the game that you're winning, then you forgot to extend that you press scenario word. So one big mistake on Druid that I see on a lot of players is like you press scenario word when you don't have any reju up or regrowth or wild growth, so you cannot extend it. So what you need to make sure is you have at least one ability that you can make sure that you can extend. You can press Swiftment, because you can only press Swiftment with double reju, regrowth buff, or wild growth. So, for example, let me cancel every hot, you know, and you know, let's say you have hots up, then here, scenario, and boom, another, and yeah, you need to wait till they proc it, okay? Like you don't Swiftman till they proc it, because if they proc it now, it goes to 7 seconds. That's another mistake. Not because you press scenario insta, you need to use Swiftman. You need to wait till they proc it. And you will see the proc it when it goes from 30, how much is it? From 30 seconds CD. I'm gonna press it again. So when you press it like this, it's gonna be 30-second duration, okay? But when they proc it, but it's not healing right now, nothing. But when they proc it, it's gonna be 7 or 8 seconds. It's gonna be 8 seconds, I believe. 8 seconds, okay? So that's when you need to extend it, not when you press it. How do you proc it? By doing damage. Because if you extend it before the proc it will go down to 7. So the Swiftman didn't extend it, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's another mistake. And the other mistake, try to use innerbait with like for example overgrowth with Trank that costs a lot of mana, you know. You just don't pop innerbait for no reason. Obviously on solo shuffle, the earlier you pop it the better, so you get it back faster because it's a 3-minute cooldown, you know. So yeah, try to press it with high mana cost abilities because it's free mana, you know, with the Trank, with overgrowth, you know. When you need to hot, so especially when you need to hot everybody, make sure to pop innerbait basically when you are not wanna get CC, because if you get CC it's just not good, you know. Best add-ons, I saw this on the Resto Summon guide, but I can show you anyway. Big debuffs, you need to get an updated version that I cannot link you sadly. I tried to link it on my Discord, but it doesn't let me. Yeah. Big debuffs is really insane. If you cannot get it, lose control. Lose control is almost the same of it. Details for the, you know, for the numbers of the damage and DPS, DPS and HPS. Another one that I like a lot is diminish options, so you can see the DR on yourself. You can see it on your teammates too. You enable it, but I only use it for myself, so to see when I'm stun DR, when I'm off DR, you know. Other add-ons that I like, 2 for Arena, Omnibar, Omnicity to see the enemy cities and my teammates cities. S Arena to see, it's like Gladius, but you know, to get it, many of you probably don't know, but it's updated. But to get it, you need to type on CurseForge S Arena updated. Let me find it. Let me see if I can find. I'm using a different one though, but I believe you can get it like that. Let me see. Get more add-ons. S Arena up. Isn't it called like this? Maybe I need to. Yeah, there you go. This one. S Arena updated. That's the one you get. And I use weak auras. Weak auras are really strong for PvP, especially you have the red ones. It's basically that's annoying sounds, used to keep you alert about some abilities, offensive cooldowns, you know, CC coming and stuff. And let's go to the last part. Tips about Druid, okay? The swap form macro that we talked about before, cancel macro, right? So I saw it again. We talked about earlier. This one, cancel for macro. So when you're getting slow by someone and you want to get remove the slows, but you're in global, you cancel the form. This macro is really good. I recommend it to have it. Because every time you get slow, you can every time you swap form, even if you cancel it, that counts as a swapping form because you're swapping form, so it removes the slows. So that's really, really OP. And that's why the macro is really good. Trank talent, Soothman, double reset. So let me, if I could get a mob to proc me, I could show you. Wait. Let me see if I can hit like a mob. Just to show you properly what I mean with this. So I mean this with this, okay? So while casting Tranquility, your other Druid spells cooldowns are reduced by 15 seconds. So what I mean with this, let me attack this guy. I'm gonna put every hold up, you know. Scenario, whenever he procced them off, he procced Swiftment. Now I press Trank, and you see the cooldown is falling. So I can double extend now. Look, even my scenario comes again. You know? And then you can scenario and then have it again for 20 seconds, for example, okay? Or you could even scenario other guy, you know, and do it. And now I can extend it again. You know, this is why it's broken, this talent, especially in solo shuffle. This talent is really OP. Dream Straight. And I extend it again. And I can extend it again if I want. It's really, really, really OP. I can have so much item on it. And I have it back again. I can just send it again on someone else, you know? Like I can do this again. Boom. They extended another 20 seconds. You know? Like I can have big uptime on this. Obviously, you need to be free, not in CC, but do you see how broken is this? You just need to make sure you abuse this properly. Because it's really strong and I can extend it again. For now I have full uptime and I will have it again. You know? It's really strong. But this is not real, okay? That's how you're supposed to do it, but it's because of Burden Infusion. Outside of Arena is 12 seconds. You cannot have this much uptime in Arena, I forgot. Because in Arena, is instead of 12, I believe it's 8 or 10. I think it's 8 seconds. No, it's 8. So you can do it twice only, okay? So you will use Trank. I just wanted to show you what it does, the Tranquility talent. So you will just, you know, do this. Boom, they will proc it. Hopefully he proc it now. He proc it, extend. Then you Trank, then you can extend it again. And that's all. You can send it twice with the Trank. Not like infinite like I did now, you know? Because this one is nerfing PvP. Otherwise it will be so fucking broken. It will be so OP. You will be, you will not be able to kill anyone versus Druid, for example, you know? So that's basically what I meant with that. And now let's go to the other one. This is the one that I talked before about the blooms, abusing rampant growth. So I'm gonna show it again. I don't mind. Let me find people to like test it with. So a tip that I give you: regrow. I mean, blooms. If you regrow the guy that has no lifeline, both gets regrowth because of the talent. I recommend you just to do this every time you can. Do it. Try to keep this hots up because this hot heals a lot with the rampant growth. Rampant growth is truly insane. Okay. Protector and the last one, protector. Protector of the pact. So store 5% of your effective healing up to, says 9k, in Arena is more because I have more stats. So what it does is like, it does a big moonfire, big pump moonfire. I actually did a 54k moonfire today in Wargames. I don't think I have it here. Let me see one game. Not this one. Not this one. I will find it, don't worry, boys. 51k moonfire crit, okay? So it is good. It is really good. Obviously crit, but you know, 25k hit is not bad. Plus you give the hot. Why do I mean with this? Every time you're healing and you have a global free, press moonfire to pressure more, you know? The more damage you do, the better for your team, because the more pressure you get. Obviously, you don't want to one-shot someone with a Moonfire, but you know, it's some damage, you know, that enemy healer is gonna have to heal. So, and if you create 50k, that it can happen, is just really insane. So yeah, make sure to, like, you know, it's for extra damage. You can play without it too if you think you cannot get it, and you can play, I don't know, you can just play, you can play reduced damage here, or you like cut from all, you can play rip for 2v2 for sure. You can play like more cut build instead, more offensive build. You can, you know, go to maim, maybe play kick as well, but I don't think it's worth to play kick. But yeah, I think that's all. Let's do like a general review of the talents, especially PvP ones. Can I normally play all these three? These three are just insane. And never play precognition. Deep roots, I only played it with mass roots. And yeah, you don't play thorns, you can play it into melees, but in 3v3 it's not worth it. It doesn't do that much damage at all. In 2v2 it's really OP, but in 3v3 now. And yeah, and that's all, boys. Hope you guys like the guide. I tried my best. Obviously, I could do it a little bit better for sure, but I'm been streaming 9 hours every day. I'm really fried. I want to relax too, you know. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any question, make sure to ask me on the comments or on Twitter, Discord, my Twitch channel even. Like every day I stream on my Twitch channel. I will link it on the description as well, like I always do. Make sure to follow it to help. And yeah, hope you guys like it. Take care, boys. Tomorrow season 1 starting. Big hype. Take care, boys. See you guys tomorrow again. And thanks for watching. Peace out. Peace.